Okay. Hello and welcome. My name is Mar and I do animation. Basically, I created a studio in Japan, so this is actually all teamwork. Now directing animated music video that's actually a commission to our studio. And today will be most likely quite chill because I really want something to get done. So I may not be as always that I'm talking a lot. However, anyone who's around, like, hey, hello, Luis. So anyone who's around on Twitch or on YouTube, where I'm live streaming at the same time, is welcome to chat, and then we can talk and so on. So basically, this is for you. I mean, I don't mind being quote unquote distracted, because I know that when I'm live, it's not just me, right? But in the other way, we have various things to do. So let me show you a bit. Anyway, this is our new layout. Well, we have it for 3 streams now, where I focus more on the illustration. If you want to see the full screen, by the way, we have this other layout, so I can explain you what I'm using, and why, and you can make questions and so on. But in general, you see me, you see the screen, and maybe the timeline. So we'll be working today with this, which is, isn't the background beautiful? This was made by Seal, Shin Seal on Instagram, so it was real. Actually, let me add, so that's the artist. I may add her Instagram later, their Instagram later on description, but for now, there she is. That's our super background art director. We have actually 2 background artists for this project. So yeah, in the last streams, because it is like the 4th stream for this project, we were doing also like this scenario with, like, you'll see we have a bit of animation now. Animation, okay, let's go one by one. We have like 3 shots I can show you today, and we'll move forward, at least one of them. And we'll start with this one, which is the one that's most finished. So what we have in here is that we already animated with Eugenia also in the theme. We animated this deer that's looking up, basically, goes to look up. And today we just got the background with a suggestion of color for the deer itself. So what we will do is we will color the deer, and after we color him, yeah, so we'll color the deer and then we'll assign it to someone of the team to finish coloring. So we'll color only 1 frame, and then hello Azure. Let's keep it. I mean, I understand Spanish as I'm from there, but I mean, I'm from Spain, but let's keep it in English for most people to understand also, like, what's going on in the chat. Since that's the language I'm using right now. Okay, so another thing we have to do in this cat is the river. As you see, it's like a big block of blue water, and I'm thinking about how to add like shiny movement. Like, we want to make sure that it looks like the river is moving. And lately I went to places where I saw rivers, and I took some videos, and I also have some GIF references from other movies where they animated rivers, so I have some things to work on. Second. All right. Right. Checking everything's fine. Perfectly fine. Okay. Hey, Daltorian. How's it going? I hope everyone's well. I must say today I'm fine. Healthy. Fine. But for some reason I have no idea why I woke up a lot of times this tonight. There wasn't noises. I ate well and exercised and was tired for the day. I was relaxed, but for some reason I woke up many times, so I'm not fully rested, and that's why maybe you see me with a bit less energy. But other than that, everything's fine. Okay, so let's put that out. I actually have to not have colors in the background, so I'm thinking. There we go. So now we have to color it. As people join, I will likely also talk a bit more and explain more things, but for now let's get down to business, which almost reminds me of a certain Disney song. Okay, so let me check, because these are the colors from Shinsil, our like color director in this case, because she did the background. But oops, let me check the actual species. Okay, so the nose is black, around the eyes is white. Also this is white. Okay, so what we can do is settle the main color. Oh, really? Okay, so we'll have to do this. Yeah, everything's fine. So we'll have a main color. Most likely we'll have this color for the other ear because the sun is there. Why am I? Ah, okay, that was my fault. Okay. There you go. Right here. The nose should be black, so what we could do is have it darker like this. I'm just testing using her colors and see how can we do this correctly. The ear is more fluffy. This doesn't make much sense. White of the eye. Wait, no, the eye. Correct. So this should be like this, and this should be super dark. And then this should be now. Gradations. We can add one gradation at least. Let me think. Let's select this. I'm doing well. Finished animation early, so it was a good day. Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations! What were you working on? What was that animation about? Okay, so think we can do like this. Yep. So what we'll do is I'll get a new layer. This will be the gradation. Oops. So there I had some examples. Design. Okay. Actually, it will make more sense. Whoa, my computer is working real hard right now. It is beautiful. Yep. I like this. The colors used in this exactly like that, but to animate that it would be very troublesome and it would mean that we need to complicate a lot more the other cuts. So yeah, I wanted this color in the middle somehow, but I can see how. Maybe oops. Oh, it looks odd. That's better. Anyway, I need to color better our friend. Because right now there are white spots all around and we don't want that. See? I was doing practice for staying on model nice, so I animated Core from Avatar fighting a character of my own. Oh, that looks like fun. That sounds very fun. Cora had many small details on her, that's true. So it was time consuming, but it was also very fun. Oh, Cora does have a lot of details in her design, right? And it's animated details, like she has the things, but I don't know which. I think there's various Cora designs. Could it be like past and future? I haven't seen Avatar yet, I must admit. But at least the design I remember, yes, has many stuff and they move around. Checking for dots. A song on my head. Tin tin. I'll also do the last one, the eye at least, because it could be very difficult to understand that this it's he's looking up now. I think I'm hearing rats at the building. Yay! Like within the walls. Okay. Hey, it's not in the right folder. Okay. And this gradation. So other gradation. Hey, 2Frames, how are you doing? Yeah, especially the hair were those small little things. Yep. Good work then. Nice. I can hear rats. Yes, I can hear rats. We had them, I think, last year, and like since we moved and until last year it was a daily thing to hear rats around. This year, this winter, they disappeared. And that's the first time I can hear one crying. I don't know, like whatever noise they do with their vocal cords. Yeah, usually it's more like scratching around, like various places of the house. I know they're there. Actually, we saw some, but they never enter home. As far as we know, we have everything like super carefully stuck up. And we also have a very good rat catcher cat outside the house, so hopefully that can help a bit. Have a mouser. Do you call the cats that? Which main purpose is to make sure, well, they catch the rats. And maybe not rats, like mouse. They're small, like they're like this plus the tail. So, and you can't see me, right? Yeah. So something like this plus tail. So they're quite small. It's a very, very, very old building. I think it's like 58 years old. Maybe now more. It's almost 60 years old, which is not very nice for safety. Yep, tiny. Well, at least the ones that I saw. Right. So gradation. Let me think. How do I explain this? So for the gradation, I will make a note that this color is for here, and this color is the one used here. Then you use the airbrush soft. Alright, so will have the colorist memos. See me making notes for the team now. So give me a moment. Okay. Very slow to type on Clip's opinion. It's not related to me being on a stream, it's just very slow. Ugh, and then I cannot see what I'm typing. Careful. I see. Mar, have you thought about what the changes you are going to make to Patreon are for your latest newsletter? Not yet. Actually, good question. I wanted to ask everyone around here as well. So, I mean, ask on Twitch something that I said on my newsletter. It's that currently our Patreon, I mean, it has been evolving as the studio evolved, because we started more in comic. First, the rewards were very based on that comic, like those characters, those sketches, and so on. Then we evolved more to animation, so now the rewards are like a mix. Like I share like, okay, so basically what I share in rewards is usually some sketches and all drafts in general, like both from animation or from the comic. I share sometimes tutorials or guidelines from the studio. I share articles or like the journey. I share project updates, as well as the storyboard for chapter 5 of Windy Lightning. So it's not the finalized chapter, but you can understand what's going on. So until from chapter 1 for chapter 4, everything is online for free, but from chapter 5 for now, only the storyboard is being released from Patreon, so every month I release a few panels from Chapter 5. And what else do I share there? I mean, that's the rewards, and there's like some public stuff I share about newsletter. Like I share live streams. Like there's also a lot of old content. Has like articles, it has like polls, it has a lot of things, like the song of the comic. Like in a comic there's someone singing a song and the full lyrics are only on Patreon, for example. So there's a lot of stuff there. But the thing is, as we move more to animation and I'm not creating more Windy Lining, I'm running out of stuff I can share from Windy Lining. And the thing is, from doing animation, because this is a commission, basically the issue is that I cannot just go and share to Patreon whatever I want, because this is a commission. I cannot share things that then are spoilers, or I would like to discuss with the client if, like, okay, so like think about like copyrights and what can be shared and how and so on. So it's more complicated, so I cannot right now. It's not something I can just like, okay, let's just plan the schedule the post from next month and then just use whatever I want. I have to think very well about it. So I'm thinking it to change how the Patreon is based, and instead of just saying, okay, let's just do whatever I want, I send this form to people in our newsletter. So anyone, like, anonymously can tell me their opinion. I say anonymously because I know that sometimes it's difficult to ask for something, and then, oh, but maybe I don't know if I will join or not. If I tell you what I want, do I have any moral obligation to join? No, don't really. So, but the thing is, I'm just sharing this form with you, for example, that are on stream. So you have a minimum interest in our studio, and also sharing it to people on the newsletter also have an interest in our studio or some of our products. So I have some options in there. Let me open the form as well. So I'm thinking I can keep it as now for a few months at least. I could also just take out the rewards and leave it so people can just support the studio financially, and then I don't have to every month like try to look like what can I create now for Patreon. Like, I'm trying to simplify things, so what I create usually in the studio I can make a bit more, like make an extra or share something there that's that it's even more value for the people that's interested in our studio. So that's what the idea is. Like, I could say, okay, so I will add your names to YouTube credits, or I could just like forget about it, make sure that we create animation and leave it as a platform for you to support us financially. I could also base it more in a community, so instead of having, so we have a Discord that's only for the team. So it's actually to get work done, as well as, I mean, we have of course some informal chat as well going on, but in general just for the team. But we could have like a community that's more in Patreon, so I share more random things, if that makes sense, that I wouldn't share, you know, like more as a Snapchat or like Instagram stories. Wait, it's not like just marketing or whatever. I'm just like sharing my thoughts and we can have a chat, and I don't know. So having more of a community. I want to keep sharing the Windy Lining Chapter 5 storyboard panels until we reach the end, and we still have some panels, so that's fine. I could also maybe have streams that are only visible to people on Patreon. So only people that's actively supporting the studio on Patreon would receive a link to these special streams. I could also base it on like early access type of thing, so instead of just having exclusive content there, which there's a lot of exclusive content there. So if you enter, I'm not deleting things, I mean, not many. Sometimes I delete things to make sure that when you join, like I delete all posts, so when you join, you can access to as much as you can at a time. Because if, for example, I keep posting many things, and imagine I have 10 posts, I have much more than 10 posts. But someone who joined, like, let's say I had one post a month, and you join on January, and there's only one post, and then you have you made the payment for January and February and March, and you receive one post, so you made in the end like a lot of contributions, right? but then someone joins on November and gets everything else that you also paid for. It's like, I don't feel it's very fair. So what I do is that I sometimes delete some of the old posts to make sure that when you join, you have access to things that maybe someone joining in the future will not have access to. So that's one thing, but in general, I don't plan to just delete everything. There's still a lot of content in there, so I will keep there. And what I'm thinking is, instead of having some, like, keep adding exclusive stuff, make more things that are like early access. So it's like, okay, if you're a supporter, you will get access to the link of the final music video maybe like some days earlier, or maybe weeks earlier than I share it on a newsletter or something else. So that's my ideas. If you have any other ideas, just go ahead. It's just that it needs to change how I do it now because I'm running out of content, and I don't know, instead of just doing whatever I feel is great, I wanted to ask you for opinions. So anyone interested, I'll have it open for a while, like this month everything's scheduled, and I have enough content for next month as well, but soon I'll take a decision, and the more information I have from what you want, the better. I also want to talk with our current Patreons one by one. If I haven't contacted you, I haven't started contacting you yet, but I will. You also know from the newsletter. So I think I'll take a very tiny break, so it's actually a good moment for you to like, I'll be right back, but it's a good moment for you to go to that form I just shared and say your opinion in there. It's completely anonymous as well, so, but please don't send more than one. Okay. So give me a moment, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So let me present myself again in case we have some new viewers. My name is Mar. I do animation. I've created a studio in Japan. So, by the way, studio website, I never share that much, but I guess I should. Like, there you can see all the animation we've made. This is teamwork again. This is teamwork. Okay, like none of the animations you see from me are done alone, not even the comics, so I usually direct everything. I mean, I think only one of the videos is something I did alone, and that was like the shortest thing, like 15 hours, but the shortest thing. And then I license the music, so the music is not mine either. But the rest is, yeah, like as you see today, like we're working on teamwork again. We're working on a commission animated music video, so I made the layout and the keyframes for this animation, and then someone else did the in-betweens, like all these drawings. Okay, this amazing difficult work to do, transform the deer from this to this. Okay, so a transformation of like the volume that needs to make sense. That was from Eugenia. Then someone else did an amazing background. Wait, nope, this one did an amazing background and also helped me decide the colors of the deer. Like they made like this sketch, and now I'm using it to color, and then I just colored one. Okay, and now I'm making notes, so I will handle it to someone else, yeah, that will actually color finally the order. This is what I was doing now, so let me read in case I didn't forget anything. So you're seeing all the teamwork now, like for this cat. There's obviously more cats in this music video, but you're seeing a few, so it's not too much spoilers. Here to be done. Colors from there. Some of the designs start looking up. I'm adding extra notes because this is for one of our volunteers. So we have in this project 2 volunteers who, after they do some tasks like for a certain time, so actually I think we set 4 weeks for this project. After 4 weeks since they start giving them tasks and they finalize them, they will become freelancers, like paid staff as well. But right now, like for example, this is the first time that one of the volunteers will get one coloring task. That's why I'm adding lots of extra information that maybe for someone that's been working for a team for longer, I would just say like, okay, here's your example, color from here to here, this is the brush settings, go. Almost, yeah. I usually add a lot of notes just in case though, to make things like extra clear and avoid questions, because something that happened with our team is that we're an international team and we're not in the same time zones, and that means that, or for example, I usually take a break on, like from studio and from computers and so on Sundays, and maybe that's the day that some of the team really has time to work on this. So I need to be very careful on giving lots of information up front, not too much that will look overwhelming or complicate things, but enough that nothing will get stopped because of some question that I could have noted here already. Okay, so my question now is why? Where did the colors go? Oh. See, I had the gradation colors here somewhere. Huh? Maybe I put them in a... Aha! I see it. So, that's always a mistake. Whoops. Oh, I'm using my mouse now. No, okay. And I think that are all the memos. If anyone has any question, please let me know. And I do encourage you to write something on that form. Actually, recently a few Patrons have left, and we talk about, like, they told me why, which is not related to the story, it was all related to their situation and so on. So it was all for them. I never force anyone to become a patron. And if you want to join, see everything and leave, then that's up to you as well. And yeah, a few left now, so it's actually sort of a good time to see, like, okay, should we evolve in some way? Okay. Yeah, Let me see everything's well. Yeah. Okay. I also mentioned last week that I may change my time for live streaming, but I don't think I will. I think I can continue these times even if I'm in a very high busy season with lots of paperworks and so on, because I'm using my paid holidays from my part-time job to actually deal with all these extra paperwork that I have to deal with, like renew my visa and banking things and credit card things and other things that you have to do. I need to do as personally and for the studio. I need to get everything sorted out. So I think I'll be able to keep streaming as always, which I like. Many times I feel like streaming, but I can't because I'm working on something that's not great, or I mean I'm just working something that's not, I can't share, or like I don't look, I am like I wanna do it now, maybe it would be just like 10 minutes, or I'm working while watching something and I can't. But at the very least once a week I'll be here. Okay, color deer and someone like I will do some work that you cannot see now because I need to schedule it. I have like my spreadsheet, sort of spoilers. Okay, so we have the friend. I want to assign this to, let's say, by color deer deadline. We're on the 26th. I think by the 29th I could have it, and that should be 3 days after step 1 approval. Oh, okay. Have nice work and thank you for staying around. 2 frames. And thank you for your question, actually. I forgot I wanted to mention that. And do please give feedback if you have anything to say. Seeing if there's anything else I wanted to mention today. Okay, just upload for now the task. No problem, if I come up with anything I'll fill out the form or respond to email. Thank you. You can also send a message like don't change anything or anything, like you meaning any one of you listening. Like I like it as it is, or do whatever you want, or whatever, like any feedback is fine, like whatever you're thinking about all this information is valuable to me, because this is all together, right? Like the meaning of Patreon, the Patreon account that we have for the studio is to support the studio expenses, like with finances, and to connect with you, like the viewers of the animation, the readers of the comics. So I'd like to listen to what you have to say. Okay, cut. It is cut. Okay. So save. Actually, let's delete. We can delete this. Simplify things. I can delete this as well. The more I delete layers that we don't use anymore, the better. Okay. You cannot see what I'm doing, but I'm basically assigning this to our stuff. So Okay, so one assign, did I note it on the spreadsheet for the team? This pure teamwork. Okay, and the next we have to do in this cut, so it's not finished, is water. Okay. Okay. So now that we've managed to have the deer here, shall we think about the water on stream? It looks odd when you don't have the color everywhere. No, I think I'll think about the water offline because I need to simulate a lot of things and I cannot talk much. So next thing we'll correct, oh, not this one, but let me show you a bit what's going on here. I just made like the very rough animation. So we'll have these characters basically snuggling. Wee, this one is so cute, 20 minutes, wee. And then today we can keep with this. Okay, so we have various animation going on here. We have the bird. So let's look at the bird. This animation, like the bird was completely done by someone in our on our team. That's it. And I asked him like, okay, like let's try. Can you do the keyframes here? Can you, like, we want a bird that does this and that, should be a big bird, and some information, and he did this. So the bird flies away, like has some wind, and then, okay. So I think that it works in general, okay. Like I like this wind, especially this like with the wind when spinning away. I really like that. However, the thing is, he's being blown by the wind, and then he goes to the front. So I'm thinking, if the wind is so strong, shouldn't he flap more when going away? But the thing is, it's keyframes, so maybe he was already thinking about that, and he wants to add like the flap thing, like down, up, down, up, down, up, like in the wings. So I'll be thinking about that. The other part that was done is that I provided the shape of the hair, for this lady and the tail of the horse, right? Let me see something. So let's see, it does a loop. Where are we? So many layers. Okay, so I think this should work as a loop. So I provided this drawing, only this one, okay, hair and tail, and then I asked them to do like the movement of the wind. So funny enough, and I wasn't looking for it, I actually saw a horse this weekend. This past week, I had no idea I would find a horse. I wasn't looking for it, I'm telling you. It's like, oh, surprise, there's a horse there. And they're moving, let's observe the tail movement. And it's quite wrong, okay? Unless the wind is super strong, it would not move like that. Because the hairs are very thin, so it would be more like how do you say that? It would be more like dropping, so it's like the hair is like dropping, and then some of them would like be like moving. If the wind was so strong, like everything would be flapping very hard, or some would go away, but it wouldn't be like the classical like wave hair thing. Hello Ramon, how are you doing? So it works by animation magic, it would be fine, but if you observe how actually the horse tail would move, it doesn't. So I think I'll just leave it like that. I may correct this frame because I feel it's a bit odd. Is it? I'm pretty sure this can. Let's do this way. It's more clear. So I like how it goes down from here. And it's fine. It's a good look. Okay. Usually I'm more picky with how to move like the hair and so on, but I don't know, or will I be picky? Yes, I'll be picky because this is a very long cut. It's 7 seconds, okay? So let's do a correction. So again, this animation would have worked, and I would only have corrected the bird, but because I'm very perfectionist and I love doing hair, I think I will correct this. Let's go for it. Like in the specific way I like doing hair. So let's start with the hair of Dove. Dove is this character. So the problem I see here is that this wave should continue. So how about what I will do is, how do I correct this well? Let's just make a new animation layer. Then we'll have it's tricky. It's tricky. Thank you, Ramon. So my correction will be orange. Because why not? For purple, usually I do things purple when I correct things. Anyway, then I will make things complicated. From here, we move the wave. I think that's fun. I like doing hair. Mazel. By the way, I saw your message. I haven't been able to send the I think you sent a video, but I haven't checked it yet. I hope your internet can recover. Oh, this doesn't work well. So that was quite correct, so it's fine. But then, oh. It's difficult, guys. Ah. Oh, I can hear the rats again, or mouse, or whatever. This is fine. One. I'm very silent because I'm really focused on what I'm doing right now. Please don't mind me, everything's working. Hey Porky, how are you doing? My summer classes just started and I found out that the second assignment is going to be a storyboard animation. Woo! My favorite part, awesome, have fun. Ramon say, you can see that old house, I was out of it. I don't know if you're Muscle, I don't know if you're talking to Ramon or to me. Anyway. Okay, I'm good, just working on stuff for the stream this weekend. Oh, that would be nice. Indie project I'm directing. Oh, that sounds like fun. You're directing your own now. I need to see where the loop ends. Wait. Ah. Let's see if this looks work. This loop works better, or I just messed up everything just differently. Oh, there you go. Okay, now the tail. I can just do it in the same layer, so or not. Oh, I know. When you get the loop right, it's yeah. So I'll ask it to correct it, so you can see what I'm. That's a slow motion, big wind animation. Yeah, I love hair. Alright. This for the music video. Yep, correct. Yep, this is for the new project. Also, if anyone joining new, we're animating this guy. Isn't he cute? Adorable thingy. We need to animate the water. I need to think about that on offline to look for research, because it will be very boring to see me just looking at the other screen on Google and all my resources, because I have videos of rivers that I actually do myself. I also have some clips and GIFs from animated movies, and I will try to think how to make it happen, so I will not do that on stream, even if I can share the work on this cut. And we have this that I'm correcting, and we also have something that's also cute. I just have the super draft thing. That's all. That's all I have so far in there. But yeah, it will be nice. Oh, I think you said something, I didn't read it. Any project? Just art director, I see. But still, art director is a thing. Where the hair movement looks very natural. Probably can't share links here. Yeah, probably. You can share it later on my message, on a Discord maybe. Ooh, hey Handavatar, how are you doing? That looks good, so good, thank you. So yeah, today, for these streams, for this project, this is what I can share so far. There's another 2 cuts that I will be able to share. It's already agreed that I can share them. So we have this, all of this teamwork again, the background was done by Shinsil, the deer animation here, the in-betweens were done by Eugenia, and now I'm assigning someone else to do the color after I decide which colors to use. And here, again, the background is assigned to someone else. And I'm correcting the hair because I gave only the key animation very bare. Okay, we have this hair, I only gave this. It's okay, do a good flow, and now I'm correcting that because they did, and it worked, but I'm very picky with hair. I really need to make it better. So that's how the hair, I improved this blue one, and now we'll improve this one, the tail. Okay? Doing well. Are you feeling well today? I'm feeling well, thank you, but the thing is, for absolutely no reason I can think of, today I woke up so many times during the night. I just woke up, I'm fine, I do a lot of exercise, eat well, I was chilled by when I went to bed, I was tired from the day, and I didn't sleep straight at all. I just woke up so many times. So I woke up quite tired, and it's like, okay, let's just focus on what I have to do. So that's what we're doing. We promised that I promised I would do a stream, and we do the stream weekly. And now I'm working on the cuts that must be done. So this is it. Oh, it's beautiful when the hair works well. Okay, so let's correct the. Let's do this correction. Horse tail. We'll put this here. This goes there. Yeah, so I changed a bit my layout. If you were a regular for a while ago and you're joining again, you will notice that before you could see more of my screen, so you could see like everything I'm working on. I can, as you see, I can still access this monitor, well, this desktop. So if you ask me how do I do blah blah blah, I can show you, or if I just decide to show you. Otherwise, you can see me bigger, so it's more clear to understand me and see me and so on, as well as you can see bigger the drawing section and the animation section itself. What are you feeling? I don't know. I know how that feels. I've been waking up at 1 a.m. for a week now. That stuff. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I can tell exactly, okay, I'm waking up because, I don't know, I ate a lot right before going to bed, or sounds from the neighbors, like it's clear, like, oh no, like this happened, and thus I wake up. Today was completely random and bad timing. Like I've been well these days. Last week I was actually off, but we know why, and it's because I'm a woman, and some days of the month it's difficult to do regular activities. So that happened, but today I have no idea. I just didn't sleep well, and thus I will get tired faster. So I'm really prioritizing the things I have to do soon. Having a freezing cold shower in the morning and at night helps a lot. I don't know if I have the guts to get a freezing cold shower. I could decrease the temperature, but not to what you would say cold. I don't know. I did the main things that usually help me. Okay. So horse tail correction. So right now, let's wait. Delete. Okay. So there's nothing here. Then the horse tail, I wanna copy this ink. So that's what I actually gave to our staff. Okay, and then I was like, okay, you do the rest. One, and then you delete this one. Okay. I'll take a tiny break because I want to be on a stream longer today. So I'll make myself some coffee without caffeine because I want to sleep. Or maybe I'll make myself a tea. So I'll be out for, I don't know, maybe, less than 5 minutes for sure. It doesn't take that long. Thank you, Ramon. Yeah. So meanwhile, I encourage you to take a look to this form that I made, because I'm thinking about making changes to Patreon because I'm running out of content. Because what I'm creating a lot of stuff. The team is creating a lot of stuff. We have 8 people creating stuff, but there are not things I can just go share in Patreon. So we need to change how we do rewards, and I have some ideas in that form. If you can send it to me, it would be awesome. It's anonymous as well, so maybe you already received this information in your newsletter. So I'll leave you with that, and now you can see the animation. Maybe I'll leave like that and you just see the animation. I will not add the be right back. So let me do something. You stop. And wait, in percentage units, of course. Okay, so there you go. I'm back while the water is still boiling. I think you'll even hear it. It's not my computer, it's the water. Okay, so. Oh, wait. Messages. Okay, our team is speaking. All right. Hey. Hi there. So we've been working on today on this guy. Okay, so we prepared it for coloring and we assigned to the stuff. I also have this open that I can share, but it's super early animation. So we'll see more of this in the future, for sure, because it has a lot of work. And now I'm just correcting a bit of hair, which I love, like flowy things with the wind, the loops. I like a lot. So I already corrected the hair, like that's why you see it in blue. And then we have the tail, which I will correct now. So horsetail, color opacity. So I'd say. Okay, so as I was mentioning, this animation of the tail, just starting from my keyframe is not correct. I was looking at the horsetail this week in like real life, and even with strong wind, I'm pretty sure this is not how it would move. I mean, actually, like real hair from like human hair doesn't move exactly like the ladies here. But we'll go with it. We'll do it this way because it looks very poetic, and it's understandable. But I'm aware it's not realistic at all, and the water is finished boiling. So give me a moment. I just made myself a blend of tea that by the smell I can tell it has a lot of mint. It's I had a mix of many teas and I grabbed them randomly, and I know this one has no caffeine, so that would be good. Discord, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wait. Did you see the pencil test on what was working on? I put it in the Discord. Maybe it's too hard to see the pencil lines. I don't know. Okay, I saw that you sent something, but I haven't seen the message yet. I'll do it later. So don't give up. Things blowing in the wind is what I'm trying to. I see. And this will be very useful. Azure says, is the Discord part of Patreon? I don't think I've heard about it before. Okay, no. So the Discord channel I have for the studio is completely 100% focused on our team and our work. That's where we get things done. So right now we don't have a community of people like fans, like let's say like fans and team and everyone together. I was thinking that maybe Patreon could be like that. I don't know if I want to do a Discord for that yet. So instead of having a newsletter, maybe we have a Discord or both, but there's a lot. So I don't know. And I know that Discords can get very overwhelming. I'm trying, like there's many I want to be more active on, and it gets like too much. So I don't know if I want to create one. I don't know. I know you can connect Patreon and Discord, so then you can give like some benefits or some like private channels to people that's actually a Patreon. So if I do a Discord, I will for sure use that feature, but right now it's not a thing. Another thing is that in Patreon I treat it more as a community, but we don't have many people there as of now. We have many people like come and go for different reasons, and we also change various times the content of Patreon itself. So I'm just trying to see how everything evolves, and I'm gathering feedback. So if you have anything to say, let me know. It doesn't mean that you will have to become a patron. That's why I made the form anonymous. So just give me your opinion, because I want to know, because I have many ideas and it's difficult for me to decide something that affects others without feedback. Anime hair is usually a little more magical than real world hair. Completely. Oh yeah. But yeah. Anyway. Let's do this. So we have this that then would, in my opinion, go to but okay. Oh, by the way, I was confused for a moment. It's because this is how it move. I think. Okay, I'm very silent when I get focused. As always, I don't add music to our streams because it's one less thing to worry about copyrights and such, but also because I'm aware that everyone has different tastes, so feel free to add whatever soundtrack, ideally no voice and so on. So music that's on instrumental, and enjoy your stream with that. So in case I get very silent, you're still in a nice mood. If you want to go with something more chill or something more energetic, it's up to you. You can choose the style I completely hate if you want to. I will not know and will all be happy. There's something that happens sadly with some streamers, that they select music that in the background that I really absolutely don't enjoy. And it's very sad because I love what the streamer is doing, but they get in a bad mood later. Or the stream is like very energetic and I just woke up and I'm like, so that happens. Mara, as a young girl, what was your favorite cartoon? Caricature Sakura. Yeah, I would have said that. I also love Ranma, Inuyasha, and some others, but Caricature Sakura was a big one that I still love. Remember Magic School Bus was one of my favorite cartoon TV show when I was a little boy. Magic School Bus. I mean, have I heard about it? Oh, that looks like fun. I think I've never seen it. Well, it looks like very, very fun. Cute. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how young I was. Like, when you say young girl, like, are we talking like 5 years old, 10 years old, 15? It changes a bit, but I think Sakura is an overall favorite. Sure was nice. Okay, let's see number one. I need to see number one already. Okay. This sucks. Bye. No, that tail was not nice. No, why does this? No. Ah. Don't mind me. I'm just an animator getting upset with animation. Singing. Oh, don't sing. Silver Chase was an educational cartoon I really enjoyed as a child. Was Silver Chase a CG? I remember, I think as a child I also a cartoon I love, but I really don't remember much. That was something about rats in motorbikes, and there was also a similar one that was like a reporter who played jazz. Like a journalist playing jazz that was like red hair. Like these two ones, I know I watched them a lot, but it's one of them that I can't really remember. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Like, quiz! What's the old cartoon that had rats riding motorbikes? And another one with a journalist playing jazz. I don't even know what she was doing or why or what. That's all. I found them cool. Or one of the few that are not like Japanese that I remember really liking. Okay. It was as long as I was in the site, I actually don't remember what it looked like. I just remember it focused on math. Huh? Rat cartoon. I think they were also alien. Was it something about mice? I don't know. Right, biker mice from Mars. It's something I enjoyed a lot. Oh my god. I found it so cool. It looks terrible right now. Yeah, mice bikers from Mars. Some of these three characters was called Gas. Maybe. At least in the adaptation I saw. I don't even know if I saw it in Catalan or Spanish. Yeah. Oh dear. Things to discover on stream. What is this? Anyway. Oh my gosh. Let's see if the animation works. And then I'll also talk about some things. Yeah, that works. There you go. And I'm here, so now I'll be back in 5 minutes. There you go. Now we fix the loop. I'll ask the in-betweener to clean it up after I also fix the flying friend. I don't know how we have so many flying stuff in this. It's not like in topic. Why do we have so many flying things? The ending is here. So we need to fix the bird. So there's many parts I like. I like the path it takes. Like, I like how it gets carried with the wind, but there's a few things that don't feel natural to me. So I like that part, but then it just flies away. So for example here, he's going down, but we look him up like this, like falling, like he should like boom fall, you know, like not like this, like boom and then go up. So that's one thing. Then if there was wind, I think it should flap more. I know what I'm doing. I know what I say. I don't think I'm communicating, but I know what I want to do. So this part I'll just leave it, most likely. Maybe I'll fix a bit the drawing most. And then from here it goes up again, and from here I'll make it flap more. And then it goes, okay, let's, version 3, should we be in version 3 or should this be version 4? This is 4. We're having a long stream today because I really want to fix these things on stream because I can share it. SWAT cats. Okay. I'll have my tissue. I think I've never seen this one. Yeah, this one is completely new to me. Didn't make it to me. Huh. Seems like very similar in like the, yeah, I think, aww, like this girl here. Yeah. Interesting. Is it anime? No, is it like a mix of it looks so anime somehow. Like there's some versions that look very anime, like this, for some reason. But then all the other drawings look so like American 90s maybe animation, 80s, 90s. Interesting. You can animate things like hair wiping in the wind by drawing random shapes as the hair is blowing around, and it will somehow animate when played in a random sequence. It is a sort of cheat. Am I cheating? We are doing it the right way. What am I? Sorry, let me read that again without reading it out loud. Please comment on YouTube. Okay, I know what you're saying. And the reason why I can do it like just randomly and then by some miracle it works is because I don't wind hair flowing a lot. And it's something I like and I enjoy, so it's something I paid a lot of attention to. Like there's other things where I'm complete beginner, so many things. For Return the Favor, actually, at some point I decided that all scenes had wind. And I won't say everyone hate me for that decision in the team, but I think they did. I think they were not happy about it, but we all learned so well how to move hair through the wind everywhere. It's painful. Actually, yeah, it's the animation that should be that way on the screen. So if you look at it, the hair is moving all the time. Like the hair that the character has here, like it's just everywhere. And then of course like the fringe and so on. But look at that. Look at that. Can you see the animation? Like in here, like look at his hair all the time, like moving all around. And that was done traditionally, most of it. I did some draft keyframes on digitally, and then printed them to the in-betweens by hand, but a lot of time it had to be done traditionally, so pencil. Whew, that was the thing. That's why I'm so picky. Like, okay, this thing, so the animation that our staff did, it worked. Okay, it worked. The thing is, because this is one thing I'm so proud of, and I really know how to do, and I can fix it quickly, like relatively quickly, like on a stream and go. I wanna do it. I wanna do it because it will look better globally. So even if we all fucked up, sorry for the word, if we all don't do the best great job with, for example, that bird, it will not be as visible. It will be another practice, and we will do it as best as we can. But we are learning while doing it. But this other part with the hair, it's like, okay, let's just do it well. I don't know if it makes sense or what. I know. It has so much mint. Okay, well, let me take out the thing. 1 second. I was also making soup, but I'm a bit mad at myself about that because I started very late. So the way how I do soup, random topics I talk, the way I do soup is that I pile up a lot of like veggie scraps, like parts that you would not eat, like a carrot. Usually you cut the top and the bottom and peel it, right? And then that I would freeze it along with other similar parts of vegetables. And when I have a lot of pile up, I boil it. And I also boil there usually chicken. So then I have chicken to eat, and then the scraps I can throw them away. It's just they are already used. They're not the edible part, and then the rest is just nice soup with spices. The thing is, it takes a long time. So I boiled the meat, but I didn't have time to boil the veggies as well on that same water. And now I feel bad because now, of course, it went cool down, and I will spend energy again on heating it up again to boil. So it's a very like not so much waste, like not zero waste, but like very nice way to take like to utilize things that you already have, right? So ecological, let's say, or close to, of course. Like, yes, I'm using meat, and then I cannot compost. So far I don't know how to compost yet in Japan, but I'm still like not throwing away a lot of veggies that I already bought, right? So all those parts are becoming nutrition and a nice dish, and obviously I will eat the chicken. But I'm mad that I had to close it because it would not be very nice that I'm streaming and at the same time. So I'm streaming, so thinking about all the stream, and then I'm inking, and then there's fire in the kitchen. No, not nice. So I don't know why I'm talking about this. I guess it's because I just saw it half done. Yeah, I'll have soup for some days. Things I want to talk about that are actually important. Let me see. Yeah, so I was mentioning I have a lot of extra work that I didn't plan, like anticipate, all pile up in terms of paperwork, like business renewal plus banking things I have to do, and a lot of logistics and paperwork. And I was thinking like maybe I have to cut down the live stream time or move it to another time of the week, but I won't. I will keep streaming on the same time. So far it looks like I can maintain it well, so I wanted to say that. The thing that I'm thinking about changing is Pateron. I already shared. I'll share it again, like the form, in case you want to give feedback. But that's actually not related to this paperwork and so on that I have to do. It's more related that the content I'm usually sharing are things that I'm not creating consistently, so at some point I will run out of content, and I'm thinking like, how can I improve the rewards in a way that makes sense for what the studio does and that the people would like to see, be interested in? Or can I, and if no one cares, like, can I just simplify it in some way? Okay. Now, bird. So we have the bird, okay. one will have the bird with corrections. Okay, so aha, see? Why can I ink? Why? Why? Ah, because it goes to the... Okay, so that's something I can just correct directly, I guess. Thinking of the full shape of the bird. See, like the... If you think of the shape, like this is the shape, right? Like what's this curve? So although, yeah, some birds do have... Ah, okay, yeah. So that's fine. So let's make sure this makes sense. Yeah, maybe it would make more sense. Again, I'll enter into focus mode, so it will be a bit more quiet, but I'm still here. Feel free to add your own music that you enjoy. This part was all fine, right? I don't have to correct it, I think. I think this is very small. This in between is very small. And then from here to here, there's a lot of space. So I think I'll have to bring this one. Here to the layers are playing tricks on me. Okay, now here it wants to start flapping, and because we also need another bird, we'll change that. This one should be by... Oh, why doesn't it select the layer where I'm actually... Okay, so because when you flap you go a bit up because you're pushing you up, so aha, there you go, there you go. Aha, let's look at this beginning again. Aha, There you go. And then actually let's have a 9.8 whatever. And I think we'll have, okay, just received another email. It rains a lot in Tokyo lately. Yes, because it's rainy season. Last week we have a lot of rain, and I think it affected me. I was like almost depressed from like, where's the sun? I'm just like chilling, just like inking at the same time of that designing the bird. The fact that I cannot select things easily is quite troublesome. Let's see. I just want to select the thing. It's so difficult. I have a song in my head and I know the lyrics and I'm trying so hard not to sing. This red is too big. We have to ink it again. Let's see. Mario, you have a big talent in animation like yourself. Thank you. I don't think I have a great talent, but I'll take the compliment. Ah! Yeah, I don't like that. Teen. I like it because Sid really produced like a very nice base that now I can fix. I don't have to think about everything. So he really had a nice base, a nice idea. I'm just adding more to it. Also, I think this word should be bigger. So we'll make it bigger, but then we need to ink again. Right? Because it's coming closer. Yeah. is blurry. And explain why you ask for things also helps. So we have one flap here. Again, do this out. I think we'll have another flap around here. I have seen that cartoon somewhere. Which one? So we'll have another flap down. And now this, we set it's not correct because it should, or is it already? Because we added the, I'm not finishing my sentences, so lovely vocabulary, lovely communication through stream, but let's see the animation. Yeah, so we fixed the beginning. And the issue from here is that the bird should be facing down, like the perspective. Like now it's like flying like this, boom, right? But it should be like this, boom, like the movement of my hand instead of like this. Because if it's flying like this, the air will push it up. So it needs to go down and then pick up and go far, right? I don't think it makes sense. I don't know if you could see my hand though. Otherwise let me know if you're actually interested. I hope everyone's having fun. It's not working very well. I'm missing tissues, 1 second. Here. So from 11, word should be. Okay, perspective, people, perspective. Like this. I'll do a bit. I'll do a few of them first. Trying to also keep the size. Yeah, I think it is more correct, or more, will feel more natural. It's difficult to draw, right? Let's see. Right, so now that I fixed it much, let's say without the old one, I think we can do improve the trace. So what I'm trying to say is it starts going up. So we need to improve this movement. I think like this would improve it. Just make a backup just in case, because now it's when I start doing all the stuff. I want to be able to select the thingy. No, actually that makes sense. It's just like the size doesn't fit. So we'll go down. And smaller. Oh, I'm glad that the internet is working better. Yeah, I don't think this is working. Yeah, you need a lot of patience if you are an animator, for sure. Yep, yep. This is much better. We can compare it, by the way, like the animations we have at the beginning and at the end, by exporting, of course. So before we had this. Oh, not this, wait. First, let's save. Now when we need patience again, because we need to export stuff. Oh, no. Cancel. This is not what I wanted. We wanted to see the old one. So this will be all the old. So we can compare what have we been doing. Actually, yeah, we're having a long stream today, but I feel very productive. I feel chill, productive. Not super talkative, but just doing the thing and not mind sharing it. I hope it's interesting for you too. Din. Okay, so that's the old. And now we'll see it. We'll see my corrections. I think. question from Benji. If you ask me in English would be ideal, but otherwise give me a moment, I'll show you the animation I just created and I will reply. You'll be a great dad, but I don't see it. You don't have to be a dad if you don't want to. It's good though. It's better than revere, like you want to be that and everyone's telling you like, oh my god, poor child, and that would be alarming and worrying. Okay, so let's see the animation and then I'll reply to Benji. Trying not to look at it. Let's see. Here's the old one. This is the new one. Well, you cannot see the full thing, but let's see if how can I put it so you see everything. I think you can see both. Okay, so first looking at the hair and such, like the hair is fine. Oh, I'm looking at the bird. Yeah, I think it was worth giving it this much time. I had a good base and now it's there. Yeah, I do speak Spanish, it's just to make it easier for everyone to understand since we're streaming in English today. I do speak Spanish, I do understand what you're saying. Exactly. Oh, and thanks Azure for giving advice as well. Okay, so exercises for and practice for beginner animators. Benji's asking for that, advice in that. Okay, I can tell you what I started with, and I started learning animation in Japan in a animation school here, and we started with like classic bouncing balls like changing sizes, a very basic characters jump, walk, like also like saying a waving of the hand to practice like the hand is not just moving in the same direction like same speed, but that it slows down and it goes to full speed and it slows down or it reaches the point. We also did like, I'm telling you, like there's exercises we did first year. We did hair, like waving, like short hair and long hair waving. We did the face turning around. Okay, so this is, some of these are actually complicated, but there are things that you will do over and over and over. I'm pretty sure you will find tutorials around online for all these things. So let me repeat, like bouncing balls, like very easy character. Like when I say very easy character, I say like no face, just like the, let's say something like this, like your character looks like this, right? So it's a humanoid and you have actual shape of feet and someone that you can see, like ideally that you can see like, okay, this is like division, okay, but not much more difficult than that. Like, you know, no hair, no shoes, nothing. It's just like something like that, and making jump, making walk, making like wave. Like actually the waving thing, like we actually did it with like the proper drawn hand, and then the character here doesn't move, so you were just animating like the hand. And a bit, I think we got to like a bit of the folds. Then you can go running. Then also easy character, we had like a face that was like this, and we had to do the turnaround to this, right? So do a turnaround like this, and then you'll be ready to do a face like that's more complex. What a nose like this, like a, you know, like with eyebrows and everything, but like start with this and then you can add complexity. So I would say that like very very basic character animation, as well as like balls going around. The Animator outline exercises are decided by beginning level to intermediate and advanced. That's lovely. The first one is bouncing ball, and the difficulty progresses from there. Yeah, it's something like that. It's that. That's what I would suggest, since that's how I learn. I'm not an instructor. I do train my staff, but they come with some basics already. Like, they come with basics. I'm talking like if they're like, I don't know, robots or something. Poor people, my poor team. No, like, they just, before they join, they already have some basic knowledge of animation. It's kind of some of them. Just talking to my team for a moment. Thank you. I was so lost where to start with, because I know about anime illustration and it helps a little bit with anatomy, but when I have to do movement, it gets legit. Start simple. Start very simple. Like most animation, like most movements are actually quite simple, but then you add some layers of complexity. For example, like moving, like you have the body moving, and then you add the fingers, but the fingers are like attached to the hand, and then you have the hair, and then the hair will have another movement, but it's like attached to the body movement. So it's like adding layers and layers and layers to it. But the basics are the basic, like slowing down motion, where someone is like stopping, or understanding that the movement of the walking has like some like unbalanced action to the forward, or how do you move the feet, or what do you move first, like the hair, the arms. Like, there's a lot that is just basics. And then also I would say have some fun. Like, after you practice some basics, from time to time, like if you do like, let's say like 4 exercises and they're like moving balls or making someone walk, then add something that's fun for you. Like, you want to animate a ponytail jumping, like or you want to animate that fan art character that you really want to do, even if it ends up being something that just in a few months you may be ashamed of because you improved. It will be fun for you to do. Like, just try not to go super complicated, but also add some fun to your practice. It will help you keep going, because it's a lot of patience, so you better do some things that you have fun with from time to time. Good night, Ramon. I found this world to be too insecure to be a father. As for many people, yes. I was actually reading an article that it was expected that because of lockdown there would be more babies now or soon, but apparently because of all the insecurity that this pandemic caused, in many countries the birth rates are much lower than usually. Like, usually birth rates are higher when there's like economic growth, because you sort of think like positive, like, okay, I can manage, will be able to make enough money and have enough health and security to raise a child. But this is not the time for that. So even with the lockdown, with people bored at home and lots of time to be together and so on, that was caused. Also, there's also said that the birth rates went down because there's less dating, like, and meeting new people and so on. But anyway, it was an interesting article, but I can see where that thought comes from. Okay, I'll have a very tiny break and come back and finish this so I can deliver it to our in-betweener seat to actually correct it. Now, like, I did the corrections, but they will need to like do the inking and do the actual in-betweening of this verse, like in between, like this 1 and 2, they will be like 1, 2 other animations. So give me a moment, I'll be back very soon. Hello, I'm back. So now that I've seen the Be Right Back screen, like this screen thing, I noticed that I was thinking about the followers, that like every time someone new joins, like it's written like follower. In case you're new and if you're liking these streams, I would suggest following us on, like, you call it follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. Because I do sometimes do surprise streams where it could be an hour that's actually maybe more convenient for you, or there's changes. So usually I'm here at the same time every Wednesday. Actually, I started more than 2 hours ago, and usually I work for only 1 hour on stream, like 1 hour and a bit, and today is like a very, very long one. But yeah, sometimes we do, I'm usually from 12, like now it's like 2:25 in the afternoon for me. Usually I start at 12 noon. And yeah, if you're interested, do follow, because you will be notified technically. Okay, so let me take notes so C can work on this. So let's add the corrections. Let's have them orange. So correction host, correction tail. I'll be a bit silent for a bit. Don't mind me. Okay, so vamos. Actually, let's have new memos. Hey Zunius, how is it going? You're doing well. You mentioned you will be out for some time or less available for some days. Hope everything is well. So new animation memos. Thank you for your keys and betweens. I corrected a lot of it, but you gave me a good base, especially with the bird. I added 3 new folders. See bird with corrections. Use this folder to continue bird. Some inks will have to be done again because now they are blurry since I changed the size of the drawing. Otherwise are fine. For me, oh, you're back from that. Okay, that's lovely. I had to travel for a while to see my grandfather for his 90th birthday. Oh, that's wonderful, and congratulations to your grandfather. That's lovely. For me, stream starts at 11 p.m, which works out because I stay up very late. I see. That's lovely. I mean, I'm an early bird that goes to sleep very early as well, but for anyone who stays longer and enjoys it and it's their usual thing, please be welcome. I understand time zones, so most people is not watching this stream at the same time I'm doing it, unless you're also in Japan or same time zone, not even close. So I write, and someday Clipstudio will decide to just add information. It's very slow, and it's not even related that I'm on a live stream or anything. Just Clipstudio is really slow adding text. Just wait, it will appear. Bam! See? Later I'll check for mistakes. Oops. Okay, otherwise, please. One of my friends lives in Japan and we always end up texting very late at night for me and it's the afternoon for her. Yep, exactly. To make some notes before I forget. No, actually, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that because it will be much faster and clear. Is everything in threes? Yes. Someday the text will appear. Someday. Let me see the text. No one is giving feedback about the Pateron thing. I'll end up doing whatever I want, but I feel a bit unsafe without having feedback from people. But no replies is also, it also says things. I just don't know what, like no care, or I don't wanna put my opinion because I may not join, or lazy, like I have other work to do, which is fine. Something is not clear, I don't know. And I'm not saying this to force anyone, I'm just very transparent updating about stuff in general. I would never I never force anyone. I never forced someone. Sorry, I'm trying to like not do double negatives because English things. I never forced someone to become a patron, of course. So this folder. I would say May 31st, I think, yeah. It should be fine. It's late here too, Ammonite all, I see. Yeah, it starts being a time that even people in Europe would start joining because it's the early day. Like for now, for my family and friends in Spain, it is around 7 a.m. I mean, most likely people is not just joining a stream right at 7 a.m. But it could be. I do join when I watch other people streaming. Usually, it's in the mornings. To be honest, like while I'm working. This morning before streaming myself, I was working while being on someone else's stream. In this case, so it was with Debbie Cat. I really like her streams. He's on Twitch. Okay, let me read this and make sure that the notes are clear. Actually, I can't read. Okay. Now, I'll take this out. Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with restaurant chat. That's lovely. Thank you very much for the interactions. We're having a long, nice chat. Like a long, nice stream today. I know many people will not watch it again in YouTube, maybe. If you are, please comment. I'm very curious if you made it until here. But I'm having fun, and I know that it's nice around here as well. When I was taking Spanish classes, the lack of double negative was confusing for me. And I understand. I mean, it makes sense to make a negative only once, so you know it's negative. If I was not native speaker in Spanish, it would have been so difficult. Like, actually, there's double negatives in Japanese as well, and yeah, you have to memorize it. Like, okay, with this type of grammar, if you use a negative verb, you have to also add a negative particle there, like shikanai. It's like, okay, can you just say nai? Like, there is like absence. No absence, because then there's plenty. It's confusing. I understand it. It makes more sense to have only one negative. Yeah. I mean, in the end, it's only one negative on the meaning, but when you're writing, or speaking, you have like a negative in the verb plus negative in the some particle around, or a negative in the noun. It's interesting. Language is a thing. Okay, let me finish this word. It's fine. You know what? I'll just do it. I said I will do it, and I will. What? Oh, okay. Where are you? My phone is telling me to take a break, but I actually did take some breaks and I find fun, so. One second, something important came up on my phone. vaccine news. Someday there will be a vaccine for me in Japan. They're more slow. They're much more slower here in Japan than in other countries. Can tell you that. I mean, compared to the US or many European countries, there's just no vaccines. Or like they haven't started. But anyway, they started for elderly and possibly some medical stuff, but we're quite behind in percentage still. I know Japan did quite well, quote unquote, during the pandemic, so we'll see. So there's one bird that I wanted to finish. That is true. Japanese is very confusing. Japanese is just so different to many other languages. Like you don't have like a conditional. Exactly. Like it's just special, but it's doable. People can learn it and use it and communicate, even if maybe they're not like using the perfect grammar. Like my grammar is not great. My Japanese grammar is not great. More or less I can communicate, and then I somewhat understand others. Often if I misunderstand something, it's more about the vocabulary than like not understanding grammar or something like that. Almost always. Like maybe it was too fast or I'm missing some context, but yeah, it's understanding wise it can be done. And I think we have one more bird. Yeah, one more bird that I have to actually it's so flat. Okay, is typing in Japanese very difficult? Good question. I would say yes. Sometimes I mean, it's not just like writing one word after the other and then space and a word. Like it's like you type a word, and if it's in kanji, you have to look for the kanji. So it's like you type a word, depending on Windows or Mac. Like for example, if you're on Windows, you type a word, and then you press enter. Like for example, okay, let's type something. Can I make a new? Let's type in Japanese. Okay, so first you have to select. You cannot see my desk, but I'm selecting hiragana. So let's type this. This movie is interesting, which in Japanese would be kono eiga wa omoshiroi desu. Vale? Okay. So let me write in English what. So you have to change the keyboard all the time. This movie is interesting. If you write everything in hiragana, it would be kono eiga wa omoshiroi desu. Okay? See, like I'm already suggested how to write it, and this is correct because it's a very simple thing, okay? But I will just say enter, and nothing changed, okay? Nothing changed now. However, if I say usually you would write like kono eiga, or like just kono, okay, like this eiga, like this movie, eiga, and then you press space. I was like, oh, I don't want this kanji, let's see more kanji. So you press space, 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 space to look for the kanji you want. In this case, we wanted this one. And then I cannot just keep writing usually. I usually have to press enter, like, yes, I want this one. Wow, okay, enter. Omoshiroi. Okay, so it's like, okay, this is classic. And sometimes it suggests me like what to write, like interesting, and then this, and this full stop, right? The thing is, for example, I want to write, I don't know, let me think. I'm trying to think of a word that will not come up easily. One second. Like, imagine you have a letter. You have a letter here in Japanese, right? And I can read jidosha, which means vehicle, like automobile. And let's imagine I don't know how to say it, and I have to think, okay, so G, the first kanji is like I, so we're like G, and look for all the G's, like G, do. Okay, I get the jidosha, but I have to look for it, like, okay, maybe this kanji do. Okay, I get jidosha, but let's say like I have a lot of do options, and I'm looking for yeah, so it's like you have to, like, the software is very smart to know like that these will be like these kanjis already, and you can slide it. But if, for example, I didn't know like the last sha how to say it, I would be like, okay, it's not sha, it's like kuruma, and you have to write kuruma. It's like, oh yeah, that one, and then you get the full word. I don't know if this makes sense. Like, if you have no idea what Japanese, you will have no idea about what's going on. It's complicated. Like, if I'm trying to write someone's name, I would be like, okay, so Suzuki, it would be like Suzu. Okay, so there's this one, and then key is like which key, like not this key, it's like this key. That's Suzuki, which is a surname, for example. Why did I get so fiery about this topic? Okay. Alright. So we fixed the bird. And the other thing I wanted to do is fix this. So we'll finalize the loop, and we'll say the full loop. Whoa, right. 1 second. See, and now I'm speaking to someone in Discord, and I need to remember to change the keyboard because I think the person I'm talking to may be also in the stream, so knows what's going on, or may know. Okay, so we're almost done for today. I just want to do this. What? Copy. Why can't I not copy it? Is something blocked? See, I selected you. I'm copying you, and then I want to paste, and it doesn't work. Okay. hope that reply your question, Azure. It's very doable, and there are smart systems, but it's not as easy as writing in the Roman words, like our alphabet, like English alphabet. There you go. Oh, it will be so beautiful. Alright. So let's make things easier to see. We don't need this anymore. What is this? What are you? Nothing? Then bye. Okay, I think this is clear enough. And now it's the rest of the teamwork. So, let me assign this to our stuff. So this is, oh yeah, in case you're joining now, we also colored the first frame of this here. Wow, the computer is working so hard, so I can't show you the animation right now. Okay, so it's number 17. Where's my folder? We've been streaming for almost what? Did I close it? Please tell me I closed it. Oh dear. Please, 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 please tell me I just close it and I don't remember and everything's saved. Yes, everything's fine. Yes, everything's fine. Yeah, okay. Which, by the way, let's take out the animation outside because it looks nice. Yep. So you'll be able to see the animation at least while I assign the work. Okay. Actually, I want to this again. Woo! I hope you enjoyed today's stream. We've done so much. I'm even hungry. Okay, so I need to know that I assigned this. Perfect, all perfect. I think we're doing well on timings. I just need to make sure that this makes sense as well. Okay. Nice. So I guess I'll start saying, like, making sure that everything is well, and meanwhile I talk, we can see the animation while I say goodbye. So we see what we've been doing today. And let me see, what am I? Let's not forget things. So, what we've been doing today, we've been animating. Okay, let's go from the beginning. My name is Mahar, and I created an animation studio in Tokyo, in Japan. And right now we're working on a commission for a music video. We're 8 in the team for this specific project. So what you see, like everything you see I'm doing, it's teamwork. It's not just me. Like, for example, this was a correction for an in-betweens assigned to someone else to sit, and before we were working on a deer where the background is done by Shinsil, the in-betweens were done by Eugenia, and now I just assigned to Renzo the coloring, so I'm directing everything, but there's a lot of teamwork. There's a lot of credit to them, to the amazing team that have a lot of patience, because I just started at this, and I'm so humbled that they believe that we'll do amazing things together, and so far I think we're achieving it, or we're close to it. What to say, I changed my layout, so again, if you have any questions about animation, so on, just let me know. I can like show you how to do stuff, but otherwise is it, like you can see the drawing itself and the animation timeline. What else I can say? Yeah, so this will be this project will be like romance, heartwarming stuff, so you cannot see much. Like the most romance you can see most likely is this so far. We're just starting. I guess we'll start, we'll go farther on this one next week. I don't know, but we need to animate all this. But I'm not showing you all the cats, I'm just showing you some, because otherwise it will be a spoiler. If you want to see the final result, if it's not done, I mean, maybe you're seeing this recording and maybe it's already done and it's in the description, link on the YouTube recording video. But if not, and it's still not out there, then subscribe to our newsletter and you'll get the link, or maybe look around our channel and maybe you'll find it. Learning about your workflow, it's so interesting. I'm glad. I was saying, like, usually I just like work on screen and then I assign later, but I was thinking like, okay, when I finish this stream, I want to be finished and take a good break without thinking like, oh, don't forget to assign to this person and tell this and that and that. So I actually made the notes, everything on screen. So it's also the title of the video from today, like it talk about teamwork. So I'm glad you like it. Other things I forgot to talk about some things. Like I wanted to mention like exercise stuff. Like I'm so on fire lately. I'm so on fire. Like I'm building muscle. So happy about it. Then we mentioned that like in some streams before that I had a lot of paperwork and logistic work to do. So I was considering changing my live stream times, but I don't think it will be necessary. So that's good news. Wait. I wanted to change my glasses and use the computer ones, but because we were working with color before, I didn't want to. My other glasses are a bit yellow, like because like they cut the blue light thing, so I cannot work on those glasses when I'm working on color for the project. Otherwise, everything will look blue because I see a lot of yellow. Ironically. I guess that's it for today. So thank you very much for your time together. It was really enjoyable to have like this chat, this engagement, the questions, and just talking about random stuff or about animation, or showing you around what we're working on. It's something that really adds to me. It's lovely. Thank you very much, as always, for your likes on YouTube. Welcome to any new subscriber that's been joining recently, and welcome in if you also want to start following this journey. We're not always training the same like work in progress, that we also have interviews, especially on your YouTube channel. We have like interviews, we have like about my journey in Japan, we have vlogs, we have animations, like the actual animations, and for anyone interested as well, there's my website, like the studio from this, like the website for the studio, in case you want to go around and you'll see like the portfolio. I have articles as well. I have I have like resources there, like tutorials, the vlogs. Everything is much more, it's just better explained there, like about our values and so on. So I hope you enjoy that. And that being said, I guess I'll let you go. If you're on Twitch, I'll try to rate you to someone else that could be interesting. Let's see, is there anyone? Yeah, there's someone online that I like. So I'll rate you to her. But otherwise, we'll see each other, I guess, next week at the same time. Maybe, I don't think I will. I don't know if next week I'll also do like a 3-hour stream, but yeah, we usually start at 12 noon Japanese Standard Time. It's like 3 p.m. now, so you know. Otherwise, it's sometimes the surprise stream. That's why it's good that you follow us, like, or on our Twitter. Sometimes I announce that we'll be on stream or Pateron. The best thing is just to follow on Twitch or to subscribe to YouTube so you get a notification, or just be online at this time. Or watch the recording, it's up to you. So thank you very much, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.